So I have a very calm, chilled class today. So we'll start in the middle of our mats. Feet hip width or just a slightly wider. And just sink down into the knees a little bit. So we're a little bit kind of horse stance-ish, if that makes sense. So a little bit of a bend in the knees, a little bit of kind of give in the body. Roll the shoulders back and down, just to release any tension there. And start off just with the hands by the sides. Now everything we do today is going to be moving with the breath, but really, really gentle movements, and trying to make sure that the length of the breath exactly matches the length of the movement, and trying to make the breath as even as possible. So the first one we're doing is just literally raising the arms. So we inhale as we bring our arms up to shoulder height, and then we exhale as we take the hands back down again. Trying to keep the movement really, really smooth and really, really slow, and then trying to match the breath to the movement. So inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Beautiful. Keep that movement going with your breath. Maybe bringing a little bend in the knees, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Let that one go. This time our arms are coming straight out in front of us. This time we inhale as we open the arms out to the side and really expand the chest, and then exhale the hands back together again. Again, really trying to make the movement match the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. Making the breath as even as you can throughout the entire movement. So it's just as strong at its start as it is at its end. Moving nice and slowly and gently, keeping those breaths moving with the movement. A couple more like this. Then bring the arms down by the sides, take the legs a little bit wider. This one's called painting a rainbow. So we start with one arm out and one arm over, and taking the weight into the leg on that side. Take a nice big inhale as you paint a rainbow and take the weight over to the other side. Exhaling one way and then inhaling the other way. Trying to make the movements as fluid as you possibly can as you move with the breath. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. shifting the weight from one side over to the other side. Also getting a lovely stretch down the side body. I'm moving reasonably quickly, but you can really slow these movements down, make them really mindful. Couple more like this. And then come back up to center. Okay, this one's even more movement again, so you can keep your feet as wide as they are, or if you prefer to have them a bit narrower, you can have them a bit narrower. On this one, we inhale the arms up, really reaching up towards the ceiling, and then we exhale as we swan dive down and really bend the body over the legs. Inhaling, rolling up, reaching up, looking up, and then exhaling as you fold. Really slow, mindful movements, protecting the back as we move, so always keep the tummy muscles engaged. Nice big inhale, and then a nice big exhale as you fold. Really big bend in the knees when you fold as well. You can press the ground away as you come up, and then as you exhale to fold, really take a good bend in the knees. Excellent, one more. And then just come back to standing. Then we'll do a twisty one. So for this one, you want your feet hip width, bit of a bend in the knees. We want to keep our hips facing forwards. It's only the top half that we move. Now this one is called balancing the ball. So you have to imagine that you have a ball in your hands. We're going to balance that ball between our hands all the way around to one side. Switch the arms over without dropping the ball, and then balance that ball all the way back around to the other side. Switch the hands around, come back, keeping those hips facing forwards. And whichever way you're moving, so whichever way you're moving towards, that's the arm that's on the bottom. So if you're moving around towards the left arm is on the bottom. If you're moving around towards the right arm is on the bottom. Make the spine twist, so the hips stay facing forwards, the legs are really grounded. Try and make the movement as gentle and smooth as you can. Maybe doing an inhale one way and an exhale the other way. If that seems too much, inhale half of the way And then exhale the other half. Do whatever feels good for your body today. Try and make the movement even slower and even more flowing. So you're never really at a point of stillness. Try and remember to keep those hips facing forward so all the movement's coming from the upper spine. Just slow, mindful, moving with the breath. Couple more like this. And then once again, come back to the centre. This one's called rowing the boat. So very simply, it is like rowing a boat. So we take a little bend in the knees and the arms come out in front of you. And then really lift the elbows up as your hands come to shoulder height. And then back down again. So inhale one way, exhale the other way. Inhale one way, exhale the other way. Doesn't matter which way round you do it. Try to keep those elbows nice and high as you pull up. See my holiday themes continuing, rowing the boat on your holiday. We've balanced a bouncy ball. Obviously, you're always going to play with a beach ball on the beach. And then let that one go. This time we'll take one foot in front of the other. And continuing with our holiday theme, this one's all about the ocean, all about the waves. So you push the wave away and then it comes back towards you. You push the wave away and then it comes back towards you. So as you push, take the weight into the front leg. As it comes back towards you, take the weight in the back leg. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Doesn't matter which way round. Move with what your body prefers. Just trying to keep the breath and the movement really fluid. And see if you can really slow it down. Do it as slowly as you possibly can. Really trying to keep it as fluid as you did when you were moving faster. Couple more this side. And then whichever foot you have at the front, put the other foot forwards and take the other foot back. And then we'll do exactly the same. So as you push the weight away, bring the weight into the front leg. As you bring them back to you, take the weight into the back leg. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Starting off quite quick, getting used to the movement. Making everything as fluid as possible. And then slow it down. Making the movement as slow as you possibly can. Keeping that fluidity moving. Do 2 more each way, really, really slowly. And then come back to the centre of your mats. It's far easier to make Qigong weather and holiday orientated because most of the names are revolving around summer holidays and weather. So the next one's called Separating the Clouds. So we inhale the arms up in front of us. As the hands come to our face, we reach our hands forward and we separate the clouds. So inhale as the hands come forwards and then separate the clouds. Inhale forwards. Separate the clouds. Beautiful. And if you want to add a little knee bend into this, you can. Again, inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Couple more of these. And then let the shoulders and the arms just relax for a moment. This next one will take a wider step. And this one's called gazing at the moon, but apparently the moon's in two places. Because as we inhale, we gaze, we look up and we come onto the toes of the back foot that side. We exhale back down and then we go up to the other side, coming onto the toes of this foot. And then back down again. So inhaling up one way, back arm goes up higher, and then the other way. If you find it easier to inhale one way up and down, and then exhale the other way up and down, feel free to do so. If you want shorter breaths, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Like a little dance. Any movement in the legs as well as the arms on this one. Do one more each side. And then bring your feet shoulder width. If you're more comfortable with your feet together, you can have your feet together for this one, but I find it easier to balance to have shoulder width feet. Toes pointing straight forward, really ground down through the legs. We are going to have a bit of bend in the knees in this one. This one we're rotating the wheel, so we literally go all the way around. So start by reaching up and reaching back. We then come all the way around, go as close to the floor as we can, and then come back up, reaching back. And we'll keep going around in that wheel. Move really mindfully, because obviously as you move, your blood pressure is going to do some weird thing within your head, because we're moving from the head being below the heart to then the head being above the heart. So just move really, really slowly and really mindfully. We're obviously using the whole body here. So the whole foot is pressing into the ground and giving you stability. The legs are moving, the torso is moving, the arms are moving. And don't worry too much about the breath with this one. We're effectively inhaling through half of the movement and exhaling through the other half of the movement. And it doesn't really matter where you place your breath. We're going to do a few more going this way. Moving really nice and slowly. Making sure that your gaze is in a place that doesn't make you feel too giddy or dizzy. Two more this way. Reaching the body as far back as it fancies and as far forward as it fancies. And then once you've completed this circle, take the wheel in the opposite direction. Going to the other side, folding forwards, coming back up. Slowly moving around, coming into that back bend, going through the side, moving into your forward bend, and then stretching out the other side. Nice big circles. Do two more complete wheels here. And then finish at the top. Really stretch up tall and then bring the arms down by your sides. So we'll finish today in a Qigong close, which is hands at heart center, a little micro bend in the knees and eyes closed. If you'd rather sit for the last couple of minutes, then feel free to sit. Gently close your eyes. Really ground down through your feet. If you're sat, really ground down through your sit bones. Really feel your body in time and space. Feel how it's positioned. Feel the places where it touches the floor. And feel the places where there is light and air all around you. Notice what your skin can feel and how that differs from where your clothes touch your body to the areas where there are no clothes. Maybe your hands, your face, maybe your arms, your feet. Notice the textures of what you can feel. Feel that your spine is nice and tall, whether you're stood or whether you're sat. Your crown is lifting up towards the sky. Your sit bones are reaching down towards the earth. And then focus on your breath. Not trying to change it, just noticing it. Noticing its character. Notice where it moves your body. Notice its length. Notice its depth. And then notice, as you've been focused on your breath, whether you've had to also concentrate more on pressing your feet into the floor and regaining your balance once more. Keeping the eyes closed a little longer, take 3 nice, deep, long breaths. And once you've done your 3 deep, long breaths, flutter your eyes open and inhale your hands up above your head, looking up. And then exhale the arms down by your sides. And your Qigong practice is done. Thank you for joining me this lunchtime. Hope you're feeling chill.